Hello YouTube. So I thought I'd do a quick video of a wet belt on a Citroen. So as you can see, the oil light's flashing telling us to stop, so I'll get that turned off. So I've done a couple of these now, not loads, but it's not a how-to, it's just a going over of a wet belt. First bit, get the oil out, get the oil filter off, drop the sump, get the pickup cleaned out, reseal the sump so it's got time to dry while you're doing the belt. Sump off, there's the problem. This is a bad one, this one. Yeah, that's the problem. Rubber belt in oil. What a great idea. The gauze off, clean that up. Get that cleaned up, get the sump cleaned up, put the sump back on and then do the belt. Oil pump's nice and clean in there. So the gauze has done its job. Gauze cleaned up, strainer, whatever you want to call it. Cleaned up, ready for the sump back on. Quick brake cleaner, quick wipe. So that was the sump back on. Obviously that's got time to dry while I'm doing the belt. So off the wheel arch line around. Og's belt off, pulley off, cover off for the actual time belt tensioner. Put my light on. So there you go. That cover off. Up to here. Air filter out, coil packs out. Few connectors, pipes. You get the inlet manifold off, there's 5 or 6 bolts down here. Then the rocker cover off and then we can get it timed up. Right, that's rocker cover off, inlet manifold off, rocker cover off. A little bit fiddly to get out, you've got to drop the engine mount off to get the manifold out. It's not too bad though really. I suppose if you did these more regularly than I do them, you'd do them a bit quicker. But yeah, so just get it timed up now. So there's a pin that goes into the flywheel and then you've got a thing that bolts into here, which I'll take a photo, I'll get some footage of it, but you can see the belt there, all the cracks in it and stuff. I think this is on 63,000 miles, this is a 19 plate, I don't know if it's an air cross or a cactus or something, all much of a muchness. But yeah, get it timed up and get the belt off. So pin goes in there on the bottom end on the flywheel. Lock the cams with the tool, fasten it down, and then you go in through the side into there. That's where you take your tensioner off, your pulley off, take the bottom pulley out, and then take your belt out. But you may need to whip these pulleys off to get the belt out. Yeah, you do. So that's the next port of call. So managed to get it past that one, took that one off. That is your belt. Looks like the teeth aren't far off coming off, but bad design. So that's the new belt on, new tensioner, new pulley. New tensioner, new pulley. Take the tools out, spin it over a couple of times, drop the tools back in, and then good to go. Start building it back up. Tensioner cover back on. Torque setting checked on the tensioner, 20 Newton meters. Lined up spot on after a couple of rotations. The tools dropped in. Bottom pulley back on, Og's belt back on, wheel arch liner back in, and then top end. Rocker cover back on, associated connectors and stuff, clipped in, harness clipped in. You've got to drop the mount off to get the manifold back in. So it's now sort of in position. Now the fiddly bit of getting the bolts in. There we go, it's sitting there. So I'll get that done, and then we're not far off being done. And I think the car's going to sit as long as possible to let the sump sealer dry, and then should be good to go. There we go then. Back together. Box in, inlet manifold. Getting them couple of them bolts is always a bit tricky, but you get there in the end. Mirror, bit of tape or blue roll into your socket and jam the bolt in. So yeah, that's it. I'm just going to leave it a couple of hours for the sump sealer to finish off. There's no rush for it, and put the oil in, start it up. Right, that is oil in, dipped it. And there we go, oil light off. So I'll let that run for a minute, turn it off, dip the oil and give it a road test. That's a wet belt on a 1.2 Citroen.